An awesome day. I'm coming to you from New York City. My name's James Famba. I have an awesome opportunity that's helping people learn a high income skill as well as create an additional income for themselves. So imagine being able to stay at home and all you need is a smartphone, an internet connection, 2 hours a day, and you're able to build up an extra income for yourself. That could be an extra $100, $300, $600 to $900 a commission, instant payouts while you're helping people learn a high income skill that can help them grow their business. So if you know a struggling digital marketer, if you know someone who's struggling with affiliate marketing, or somebody who's at home and they're looking to build an income online and they're struggling because they don't know how to get traffic to their business, this is something that can help them out and it can help you make some money. So I want to show you some testimonials of people inside our community. I want to thank you guys for hanging with me. I'm coming to you live from New York City. I'm at home. I'm a dad. Look, got the ladies stuff right over there. And I'm going to be short. So I hope you guys had an awesome day. Let's do this. So check out Kelsey. Just 21 hours ago in our community, she posted $900 came in while hanging with my kid. I love how I get to help another family to financial freedom. I'm so excited for my customer to get started in her journey, and hearing that ding on my phone was the best feeling ever. So here you got Kelsey. Look, just yesterday, Kelsey made a $900 sale. The cool thing about this program, anytime you earn, you get access to your money instantly. So she made a $900 commission. Big congrats, Kelsey. Now here's another testimonial. Income disclaimer. I know these results are big. These are not typical. You don't want to compare yourself to other people, but this is just what's possible when you have a high value business and you can earn $900 commissions. So check out Wendy, where she posted $6,300 in one day, thanks to YouTube. Oh my goodness, friends, this is the power of YouTube in action. So I'm gonna click on this, and I just want you to picture, imagine making this many sales in one day with 100% free advertising. So big congratulations, Wendy. You can see here $900, 900, 900, 900. These really start to add up. So that is powerful, guys. So check it out. What I want to do is I want to show you a simple 5-step process that we follow to help us build our business working only 2 hours a day. And I'm going to jump right in. So the first thing is, number one, if you're going to make money online, you have to have a product to sell. It could be a physical product or a digital product, but you need something to sell. So if you wanted to do physical products as an example, if you're at home, let's say you want to sell strawberry pillows, that's cool. Maybe you want to sell a digital product, that's fine, but you gotta sell something. Nobody's gonna pay you if you're just at home and you're just looking for work. Like, it's not a job. So step one is, if you're gonna make money online, you gotta have something to sell. The benefits of selling a digital product is that the world's gone digital. There's over 5 billion people on social media every day. So if you sell something digital, you can reach more people. You also earn a higher profit margin when you sell digital products. So I'll use this strawberry pillow as an example. Let's say you sell this pillow and it's $10. Your cut might only be $1 or $2 out of every sale. Whereas with a digital product in our top selling package, you earn a $900 commission. You get the full $900. So since you're the one doing the work, why not keep 100% of the money? And then the top benefit of a digital product, especially if you're thinking like a business owner, is anytime you make a sale, if you have the master resale rights, you get access to your money the same day. So you have a way to build up daily cash flow. So step one is to promote a digital product, and I went over some of the benefits. Now here's the second step to building your income online. You have to automate your business. And how you do that is by using an automated system. So where you have a capture page that helps you get the contact details, a video presentation page that explains whatever your product and service is for you, email follow-ups that go out to the people who requested info from you, and your system works for you 24/7. So let's say you're using YouTube as a way to build your business. You have something to sell, you have your system, and then YouTube is the way you get traffic. you could create content, and in your content, you're letting somebody know, hey, if you want more information, I'll have the link in the description of my video. Then anytime somebody comes across your content, whether it's in the morning or at nighttime, whether you're present, whether you're sleeping, when they come across your content, they can go to the description of your video and they're able to see your system right there, where when they click on the link, it takes them to your system that helps you build up your contact list first before they see your offer. Here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to have your website link go straight to your sales page or your buy now page without building that contact list, because most people don't buy the first time they see your products and services. So you would be wasting your traffic, right? You'll be wasting your traffic. You always want to build your contact list. So number 2 is automate your business, use a system. Number 3 is what I shared. You need traffic, and you can win right here on YouTube. So you see how I'm live right here on YouTube? Inside of our program, we teach you how to go live and how to stay on topic and how to close sales right on live. So you don't need any fancy equipment. You don't need to spend any money on the tools to build yourself up. If you have a smartphone, an internet connection, and YouTube, you can build your business. All right. I made my first $30,000 with this opportunity right here on YouTube without ever spending a single dollar on ads. So here's the third thing that you need. Once you have something you want to sell, you have a system to help you sell it. Hey, what's up, Reed? You have a system to help you sell it, and you know how to get traffic. You have to identify who's your perfect customer. So number 4 is identify who's your perfect customer. And a quick way to do this, right, because I don't want to waste time on that topic, is to reverse engineer why you got started and what you're doing. I'm doing excellent. I hope you're having an amazing day. All right. So you got to think about why you're selling what you're selling. So as an example, let's say your product is some weight loss pill that helps people lose weight, right? And then you have a system that helps you sell the product. So you could be sleeping, somebody could go to your website, your system will help explain what your weight loss product is and what it does. And then let's say you're on YouTube and that's where you're marketing it. So you're making videos on YouTube where you're like, hey, if you're struggling with your weight, I want to show you guys this. It helps you do this, right? So you would use YouTube. The next is you would want to identify your perfect customer. So that's where I'm at. Number 4, identify your perfect customer, because you're not trying to sell your product to everybody. Let's say you wanted to make money online and you wanted to work from home and you wanted to help other people have a home-based business. Do you know how many people will hop on and troll if they're not looking for that and they don't know what you're trying to do? So they'll be like, oh, let me guess, you're a scam? Let me guess, this is a scam? You see what I'm saying? If they don't know what you're doing, they're not for your audience. You see what I'm saying? And if that's it, you don't want to waste time on that. So you got to identify your perfect customer. So if you're selling a product that helps people lose weight, who would be the perfect person for your product? You want to know that before you even take action. So I help people who are struggling with digital marketing and affiliate marketing. I help them get more customers to their online business by learning how to use social media to get traffic, right? So my program is for somebody who wants to make money online, but they struggled in the past. Maybe you didn't know how to get people to your business. Maybe you didn't know how to attract the right people to your business. Maybe you just struggled because you didn't know how to close sales. We teach you how to do that using social media. So we're not for everybody, right? Some people, they don't care about that. But you want to identify your perfect customer. Now, maybe you want to go a layer deeper and you're in the people business. So for me, I made my first $100,000 in network marketing, selling other people's products. And in the network marketing space, you realize it's really about building people up. So this is why it's all about mindset and motivation and, just helping people to understand that they have what it takes to become successful. And how you're going to do that is by building a person's spirit. Like, so, you'll understand if you're in network marketing, it's not about the product, it's about the people. So when you understand that, if you're trying to identify who's your perfect customer and it's because of a life situation. So I remember for me, when I got into digital marketing, it was a life situation. My job went through budget cuts. I had to sell some of my things on Craigslist just to pay some bills. Those bills were going to come around again. I got tired of waiting for a call back. I have a wife and a daughter, and I want to be able to take care of my family. I want to know that I can have my own back and I don't have to worry about a job giving me a chance to feed my family. And digital marketing, affiliate marketing, is a place where you can employ yourself, right? So when I say digging deeper about who's your perfect customer, what got me started was I'm a dad. I want to be able to spend more time with my family, and I want to be able to create wealth for my family. So if I reverse engineer who's my perfect customer, as far as who do I love to see making money, I love seeing dads make money because I know that if you really are about family, I can just picture the things you do for your family, right? I had one of my personal referrals. He's a pastor and he had a $900 day and he took his family out to go eat ice cream, right? But as a dad, I know how it feels when you could pay all the bills and you still have money left to just breathe again, right? To do some spontaneous things, to go on dates again. Maybe you and your wife, you guys haven't really been able to go out and just hang out because you're always worried about money and bills and you're just coming and going. Me and my wife are about to go, where are we going, babe? Me and my wife are about to go to Crumble right after I hop off live and go get this new Dubai brownie. You know what I mean? But, huh? What, babe? Oh, I thought you said something. We're going to get the Dubai brownie. I think that's what it's called, right? But it's like we're spending time together. Whereas when I used to work my regular 9-to-5 job, on the weekends, I'd work from 12 to 8. I'd work 8-hour shifts on the weekends. So I would not even be able to do what I'm doing right now with my wife because I'd already be traveling to be at work, to be there until 8 o'clock, to then travel home, to get home probably by like 9:30, dark outside, and then my energy is all depleted. I wasted most of my energized hours working for somebody else. Yup, with other people's children, because I used to work with children with developmental disabilities. My younger sister has Down syndrome, so I love being that bigger brother. I always wanted to do music though, right? So, a lot of times, guys, the jobs that you have is not what you wanted to do when you were coming up. It's how you feed yourself now. But don't let society trick you into feeling like your job is who you are. So some people work at a place they hate for years and don't quit. But then when they look at starting an online business to build themselves up, if they go through a little bit of roadblocks or they don't see the results they want in 3 months, they give up. So I noticed that I can't help everybody. My perfect person is a dad. I want to show you testimonials, guys. I showed you Wendy made $6,300 in one day right here on YouTube. That's what's possible with our program. Check this out. Boop. Look at Wendy. $6,300 in one day, thanks to YouTube. Look at all of these $900 sales. If you're on YouTube and you're willing to learn, you could do this. Here, I want to go to this. I'm going to type in Cancun. Now, Tony was 60 years old at the time. Tony got started with me in our program because he wanted to learn how to market and advertise. He wanted to have a passive income and he wanted to finally be able to create success. Remember, we're not for everybody. I don't know who's watching this. Maybe you're a kid watching and you're not ready to do a business. Maybe you're somebody who you don't understand digital products yet. So we're not for everyone, right? But check it out. Tony got started with me last year. This is when he crossed a $10,000 month. He said, I made $900 while on vacation. That sale put me at 10K so far for May. I'm so excited, y'all. I'm 60 years old and I'm not tech savvy. The most I ever made online in 1 month is only $500. That's it. If I can do this, so can you. Here's my advice. Focus on the process, not the money. If you focus on the process daily, the money will come. I absolutely love this community. Now, Tony got started with me. Tony's a dad. I noticed that dads, if we want to make life better for the people we love, we can't play small. Because when you play small, that's just grinding hard for misery. We also have to be coachable because we understand you got to have the skills to do what you want to do. So we treat our business differently. So here you see, I said, so proud of you, Tony. Big congrats. And his response to me, Thanks, bro, for introducing me to this amazing program. That's one dad was able to have a $10,000 month. My goal is that the people who work with me get positive results, that the people who work with me benefit from what they're doing, not feeling like they're lost. And if you don't have the right mindset, if you're looking for a lottery ticket or a get rich quick scheme, I know you will not watch the information. You will not go through the training. You will skip the training because you want to make money so bad. You just want the website link. And then if you skip the training, you won't get the results and you'll think that I scammed you. But when I work with a dad who's 60 years old on top of that and has no time to waste, he loves his job. He helps people become homeowners. He loves his job, but he wants a way to make money online. He's going to treat his business serious. I want to show you guys this. I want to show you one more testimonial. I had another dad who got started with me. He's a pastor. All right. He's a pastor. If a pastor can do it, why not you? So here I'm on my Facebook page. So you can see this is my Facebook page, helping families have $900 plus days. Thanks to this blueprint here, was one of my $10,000 months. So thanks to what I'm sharing with you right now, I was able to have $10,000 months, $12,000 months. But here's Antonio. Antonio got started with me. Look, here's his Facebook page. Here's proof that he's being coachable, because obviously nobody's Facebook page looks like this. So he followed the training and he set up his profile for success. He's a pastor. All right. But look, you'll see right here. Let me scroll down. This is him going live, following the training. Big congrats to you, Antonio. There's no get rich quick scheme. One of the reasons why you may not be making money online is because you want to do things the way you want to do it. You're not trying to do it the way it works. So I understand. Look, I'm live right now. I know for someone it might be like, yo, but I don't want to go live. But do you want to change your life? You don't want to do that job that you don't like, but you go do that job. You do the task required. So these tasks are not that hard. Look, he was live when he was at church. He's a pastor. It wasn't hard work for him to go live when he was at church being a pastor. So learning a new skill set to go live just to talk about a new income skill and what he's learning, you shouldn't like overthink it. If you were playing basketball right now, you wouldn't have a problem cutting on the camera to go live so people could watch you shoot jump shots. So learn how to just still go live for something that can change your life around. Now look, this is Tony and he got started with me. Antonio, look, this was him having a $900 day.
If you knew him, Tony, I've been in healthcare for the past 28 years, but now I show struggling parents how they can earn an income from the comfort of their home. Look, last night, me and my family, we went out for ice cream. And while we was out for ice cream, my business continued to work in the background for me because it's automated.
Because it's automated. Now look, Tony's another dad who got started with me. Look, there's him, there's his daughter, there's his wife. He had a $900 day. Remember, step 4 is identify who's your perfect customer. Now, if it's about your products, who could your products help? If it's a personal, like spiritual journey, who would you love to help? On a spiritual journey, I love seeing dads be able to do this. I try to help everybody, but when people think you're playing around or they think you're trying to scam them or they think you want their money, they play small. And when you play small, as an example, if you promote a $50 program, let's say you think, oh, James is just trying to steal $900 from me. I'm going to go join this $50 program. How many $50 sales do you need to make to have a $900 day? Right? For you to make $900 in a day, for you to make $1,000, you need 20 sales, right? If you sell a $50 product. So you would need to make 18 sales in one day to do what he did with one sale. If you're a dad, how realistic is it for you to make 18 sales in one day selling a $50 product? When I first started online, I promoted a business named Lead Lightning where I can earn $6 commissions. I was not getting no 5, 6 sales a day with a low ticket product. So you'll realize that the work is the exact same. You got to get your website link, you got to get traffic, and if somebody buys, you earn. For me, dads who want to make their family's life better, we understand the work is the same, so we're willing to invest in ourselves bigger because we earn more. I'll show you one more dad who took action with me that made this kind of money. So I showed you Tony having a $10,000 month. I showed you Antonio, another dad who took action with me. His name is Lewis. So let me go right here on Facebook. And I'm not showing you guys this to flex. I want you to think about who would your perfect customer be, right? When I first started online, I tried saying, yo, I want to help people who say they're broke. But then they feel like you're trying to take their money, even though businesses cost money. So then what happens is you both end up broke, even though you have something that can really help them change their life. Because they think you're trying to rob them, they don't buy from you. So they never get the solution. Then you never make any money. So now it's a struggle fest. Look, Lewis is a real person. This was him on Facebook 9 years ago. He got started with me last year. So look, he's a real person. He's a dad. Look at his family. I love seeing dads win. I'm not wasting your time. I would feel like I was lying to you if I promoted a $100 business to this dad and said, as a dad, you're going to feed your wife and all your children on $100 commissions. I just wanted his money. Look, Lewis joined the community. This is what's possible. Look, boom, $1,800 in one day, two $900 sales, a $1,200 day. This is a dad, y'all. Look, he had a $2,100 day. I'm going to stop there. Lewis took action with me, right? I'm going to stop there. I'm going to close that. You see that? This is a dad making money like this. This is what I want for the dads. And look, I'll even get this raw. I'll click on our messages. Boop. And look, this is where we're connecting with each other. And look, much appreciation. Thanks so much, brother. So not me capping like, yeah, look, like you'll even see when he reached out to me. He let me know, look, someone tried to make a fake page of me. This is why I go live. Look, this is when he bought from me. You get the $900 ding yet, brother? Hey, Lewis. Yes, brother. Welcome to the team. I'm excited for you. Now, remember, I'm excited for him because he's a dad and I believe he's going to follow the training, right? And he did. So once again, look, his family, I knew he would follow the training. And look, he had a $1,800 day, made all his money back. No monthly fees, a $1,200 day. I know Lewis made $13,000 in 22 days. So I showed you 3 dads that I personally referred to this program who were able to make over $10,000. And if you include me, I'm dad number 4. The 4th step that I shared with you is identify who's your perfect customer. For me, I love helping dads. I know that if you're a dad and you want to make life better for your family, you want to have more time freedom and make more money for your family. I know that for a fact, if you're willing to go through our training and just be coachable, I know for a fact it can work for you. Here's when it won't work for you if you're not coachable. Too many entrepreneurs, they're like this. They just want to sell the product, so they never use it. And that's why they fail at making sales. Some people have bought great programs and they never went through the training. So they're struggling right now. And if they don't hold themselves accountable, they can blame hey, my sponsor never helped me. Your sponsor never told you to log into your own back office and go through the videos. Well, guess what? I know that a dad doesn't have to do that. That's why I was able to show you 4 of my personal referrals being able to have $900 days, $1,000 plus days. If they could do it, why not you? If I could do it, why not you? If there's any difference in us, it would maybe be skill set, because I treat this seriously. You know how some people go, oh, do you buy an online course just to resell a course? I made a video on that yesterday, if you guys didn't see it. When people say that, I want you to think like a business owner again. If you're a business, you need products to sell. What's smarter as a business? Buying inventory over and over again, or being able to buy your inventory one time and you can sell it unlimited times? Because here's what happens with most businesses. Most businesses are a resell business model. So if you bought a course to resell a course, you didn't do anything wrong. Because check it out. If you have a clothing store, what do you sell? You sell clothing. Did you make those clothing? Did you make those clothes or did you buy those clothes? You bought those clothes and now you resell them for a profit. And then after you sold all the clothes, what do? You go buy them again. So most likely you have a vendor. So as an example, if you have a clothing store and you sell white t-shirts, you're going to go have a vendor where you buy white t-shirts for in bulk so that you could sell the white t-shirts. And after you sold all your white t-shirts, you're going to go back to your vendor. You're going to buy more white t-shirts in bulk so that you could sell them, right? Did anything I say, is anything that I said false? If you had a clothing store and you sold t-shirts, you're not in the back with a sewing machine making t-shirts. You have a vendor and you buy t-shirts from him in bulk, and then you sell those t-shirts for a profit. And when you sold all of your t-shirts, you go and you rebuy the t-shirts in bulk, and you keep doing that, right? What's smarter? Imagine a digital product business. You bought your digital product one time. You never need to pay for it again, but you can sell it unlimited times. Super smart. And then, so if someone says, hey, did you buy an online course to resell a course? Yes, you did. It's super smart because make believe your course teaches somebody how to get traffic to their business without spending any money on advertising. Make believe that's what your course does, that you bought to resell. And now imagine if you decide to create content like this. Are you an entrepreneur who's tired of wasting money on ads? You spent thousands of dollars on advertising and you haven't made any sales. What if you knew how to get people to your business without spending any money on ads? I have a program that's going to teach you step by step how to use social media to attract your perfect customer to you. Picture never needing to waste any money on advertising again because you know how to get traffic to your business without spending money on ads. Now, you bought an online course to resell the course. Your course teaches somebody how to get traffic without wasting money on ads. You decide to create content talking to entrepreneurs who are tired of wasting money on ads. Is your course doing them a service? Absolutely. You're helping them. You see, the wrong mindset, which keeps people broke, is when you think everything is about money. And this is why that keeps you broke. If you have a business, your business is about money. You don't make a business to not want to make money. So you see where people trick themselves out? Promoting a digital product is one of the smartest things that you could do. So step number 1, promote a digital product. Step number 2, automate your business. Use an automated system to do the explaining for you. Step number 3, get traffic to your business. I showed you we had a member in our community. She made $6,000 in one day right here on YouTube. How? By identifying your perfect customer. I know that what she does, she creates a lot of her content and she always goes like affiliate marketing, age 50, right? So she's like, are you 50 years and up and you want to do digital marketing? Do you think that it's over for you because you're 50? But back to identifying your perfect customer. You see, she's targeting a certain age range. You know what's smart about that? Let me show you this. Let me go back to her win. And I'm doing this to inspire you guys. You don't want to assume that just because somebody makes a certain amount of money, you're going to make the same thing. Don't compare yourself to other people. We all start at zero and have to build ourselves up. Don't guru shop, because most likely you've been burnt like that before. You've seen somebody make a whole bunch of money, so you just joined them because you thought you would make their money, but they're so busy, they can't even talk to you. So now you just added to the money they made. If somebody can help you, if you're vibing with somebody and you know that they have something that can help you, it's okay to do business with them. Because look at it like this way. When you start your business, how do you feel, or how would you feel if you have everything somebody needs to be successful and they could get started with you, but they guru shop and they go, you know what? I could join you, but I seen this person over here and they made $1 gazillion. No, they never answered any of my questions, but they made more money than you. So even though you answered my questions, even though you always been helpful to me, I don't care. I'm gonna go join Gazillionaire over there. People do that. And then guess what happens? Be prepared for this, right? A couple weeks later, they'll message you again. Sad. Man, I wish I joined you instead. I asked them for help. They didn't even answer me. Yo, I reached out to them. They never even got back to me. Every time I reached out to you, you answered me. Man, I should have joined you instead. So don't be that type of person. Reverse engineer. If you vibe with somebody, look at it like this. We are in the people business. Not only do you have the ability to change your life, you have the ability to change somebody else's life. So let's say you're looking at starting an online business. Stop looking at people like marketers and recruiters, and everyone is just like, forget trying to be perfect. It's just people. We have lives, we have families, we love, we have fears. There's things that we don't want to happen. There's things we do hope happens, right? We have goals and dreams. We know that our life isn't going to be forever and we're going to go to the other side one day. We're just people. So that person that you join in that business or that you buy from, it could be a single mom and her business helps her take care of her family. And when you buy from her, she doesn't have to be your guru now. You're going to get the products you paid for. That person that you buy from, that could be the single dad who doesn't let his children know how much he's worried about their future at night. That person you buy from could be a person who they just lost their job after 20 years. And they don't even want to tell their wife that they lost their job. They just started their online business quietly and they're just grinding really hard. And they just have a goal to make as much money as they made at their old job before their family even finds out anything. You don't know, but what I'm saying is you're dealing with real people, right? So step number 4 is identify your perfect customer. This is why when I started talking to dads, it became so different for me. I stopped feeling like I have to sell to get somebody to join my business. You see how I showed you 3 dads? I showed you Lewis, who made $13,000 in 22 days. You saw he had a $1,800 day with me. You know how I feel? And you know how people say, oh, what would Jesus do? Like, just a little spiritual. The Creator's watching everything, right? The Creator's watching everything. So even me saying this, God knows if I'm saying that as a sales pitch. The Creator's watching everything. You can't hide anything, right? So for a fact, imagine how I feel knowing that the Creator saw Lewis bought something from me. Lewis made $13,000 in a month. I didn't steal from Lewis. He got a positive result. Imagine how I feel. That's just one person. What about Antonio? He's a pastor. I showed you guys he had a $900 day while he was out with his family having ice cream. The Creator's watching. Imagine how I feel knowing that one of my customers is a pastor and he made a $900 sale. Do you think I think I'm promoting a scam? Or I have even more confidence to share my business every day and to plant a flag in a way where I don't care about some new product that comes out. I know our program works. So many times I've seen people run to the new thing and then come back later on because it wasn't what they thought it was, because digital marketing, affiliate marketing is always the same. Here's what I mean, it's always the same. You get a website link, you got to share that link, and if somebody buys through your link, you earn a commission. So if you don't change how you build, nothing's going to change. For me, it seems like dads, moms as well, we realize if we want to make our life better, if there's something we don't know, we have to be willing to change. That's why I keep showing you my personal referrals that were dads being able to actually do this. Do you want to see one more personal referral of mine? And it's not to flex, but if you're watching me, James Famba, and you thought about making money online, we have the program that you need. And I love helping dads, so I can show you dads who took action with me crushing it. I'll show you one more dad who took action with me and crushed it. And I'll do it this way, all right? And nobody's a dollar sign. I'll go to my testimonial. I'll show you that he invested in himself. Hey, what's up, guys? I'll show you that he invested in himself. You're not a dollar sign, but you playing small is why you're getting angry at this whole field. Back to what I showed you when Antonio made $900 from one customer that he did not have to recruit because the automated system does all the explaining. While he's out eating with his family, he made $900 in one sale. Maybe you're out there and you'll get pissed off at him because you decided to promote a $25 business where you only get paid $20 a sale. That was your choice. And now for you to make $900 like Antonio did, because you choose to promote a $20 business, remember, it's all our choice. You would have to make what? To make $1,000, you would need to make 50 sales. So to make $900 and you're selling a $20 product, you got to make 45. So for you to make what Antonio made in one sale, you got to make 45 sales in one day. So maybe you look at us and you get angry at us and you think we're doing something wrong because you don't understand how we can make so much money. But it's because we chose to invest in ourselves. You see that? There's someone out there, they do not have a problem with going to work, saving their money, going to work, saving their money, going to work, saving their money, and now they got $800. Guess what they do? Walk right to GameStop and go get the new PlayStation. And they did not second guess it. There's some people, they want a bigger life for themselves, and we've tried to do it with low ticket products. We've tried, but then you burn out because you need to make so many sales that you end up giving up on yourself. You want to walk away from your 9-to-5 job. You keep saying you're going to walk away from your job. When? When are you going to do that? One, don't walk away from your job if you just started your online business and you don't have the money saved up, right? So you can't do it that way. So when will you walk away from your job? Well, if you say that, once you do all the research and you found the right business where the moment you get started from day one, you get a positive result, good luck with that. That's a lie holding you back. That's fear tricking you in reverse to say, you're being smart. There's something out there where there's no risk involved and you're going to just be successful. You're right. Just wait. Just wait. That's fear tricking you. Because how many times have you fell for that? I just saw someone else fall for something similar with one of those email programs. Don't you guys remember Clickly? Remember when Clickly, people were getting paid at first and they were like, yo, no recruiting needed. But they had to spend so much money in the back end you had to pretty much pay to get your paycheck. And then that went away. Or how many times you guys have seen programs where there's spillover and everybody tried to join for some spillover. Where's the spillover? You just got a bunch of people angry. Yo, man, you promised me I'd get spillover if I joined you. And they made no money, but they did not want to do any work because they were hoping they could join you. And from you doing work, they could get spillover and make money on you. It could float on them. You like working with people like that? They say they want change, but they don't do anything to prove it through their own actions. Do you enjoy that? I never want to do that again. Back to identifying your perfect customer. I remember there was a program that I promoted one time and it had a feeder. It was like a $5 feeder. And someone bought that program from me where you can only make $5 a sale. They were not a dad, all right? They told me they wanted to make $5,000 a month. I told them, you would need 1,000 sales. We both just started LOLing, laughing. But no, that wasn't funny. You were serious. That's a problem. That's the get rich quick mentality. That's the scam mentality. If you buy something where you can only make $5 a sale and then you say, I want to make $5,000 a month and you've never sold a product before, you have a scam mindset. If I owned a $5 product, I'll be happy if I make $50 a month. That's realistic to me. Ooh, I'm super on point if I make $500 a month. I would never say, yo, I'm going to make $5,000 a month selling a $5 product. That's lottery ticket, get rich quick mindset, and it's the wrong way to go about building a business. So back to identifying a perfect customer. I noticed when I started helping dads, if you just popped on, I showed proof, undeniable proof. Lewis is a dad. He got started with me. He made $13,000 in 22 days. Tony Cobbs is a dad. He got started with me. He had a $10,000 month when the most he ever made online before was $500. I showed you Antonio Cobbs. He's a pastor. If a pastor who spends a lot of their time on the word can make time to learn these skill sets, and then he has a $900 day while he's with his family, the only thing stopping you is feeling like you're not going to hold yourself accountable, or if you don't have the money. And if you don't have the money, we have a $600 package, a $300 package, and a $100 package. Here's what I would do. If I wanted to take care of my family and I had only enough to start a $100 package, I would make my first goal to make 5 sales, because that would be $500. I would take that $500, I would upgrade and buy the $300 package, because I'd still have some money left in my pocket. I would make my goal to make 4 sales, because 300 times 4 is 1,200. I would take that 1,200, I would buy the $900 package, which is our top product package. Now I'm all in, and now I can make $900 commissions. And from there, now I'd set whatever my goals are. I want to show you guys this testimony. Nobody's a dollar sign. I showed you already 3 dads who got started with me, who crushed it. So if you come across this video and you're a dad and you want to make more money for your family without taking on a second 9 to 5, look, here's another dad. Here's Ron. You see, when he got started with me, I made 900, but he's not a dollar sign. So what I want to do is go to my Facebook page. What I'm going to do is type in Ron's name right here. Ron. There's Ron right here. Look, there's Ron right here. Ron Williams. Boom. Look, being coachable. He set up his profile for success. See him right here. You see Ron Williams. I'll go back. No one's a dollar sign. See Ron Williams. See, I made 900. He invested in himself. But look what I get to show you. Another dad who got started with me, who was able to hit the 10K club, meaning Ron was able to make $10,000 with this program. I showed you enough personal proof of mine and my personal referrals. Is it 100% success rate? Absolutely not, because you can't force people to be coachable. Some people do not want to learn these skill sets. There are people who will join me in a business, and even though all the training is there, you see I showed you now like 4 dads who personally got started with me hitting $10,000. And I have more success stories than that. It's not about me, it's about helping you. But I know our business costs some more money, but your freedom lifestyle is not cheap. But here's what some people do. James, if I join you, will you train me? So what they're saying is, yo, James, if I join you, I do not want to go through the training. I don't care about the training. You train me. And that's not a coachable person. That's probably why you've joined things in the past and you quit so fast. A coachable person is everybody who got started with me that I showed you making money. They didn't bother me. They went through the education on the inside. Don't you want a freedom business, or do you want to be stuck behind your computer because everybody doing business with you wants to be a little baby? And so even though they have all the training they need, they don't want to even log in their back office. Let me show you this. Let me show you this, guys. I showed you enough of my results. You've seen I've had many $900 days. I made $12,600 in my first 30 days of taking action. And you know, following the golden rule, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. Yes, creator, I would love to have my people make $12,000 in a month. I absolutely would love it. You see that? Build a business where you could talk like that. If you have any scam bone in your body, if you have any thought of trying to steal something and rob somebody, you can't. I love being able to go, yo, the creator's watching. I love it because I have real testimonials. I know that this program that I found is the right one if you're coachable. If you're coachable. Here's what I mean. I'm going to show you guys this. I want to show you this. And look, you see behind me, you see this? My reseller, I became a certified reseller. I want to show you this. I got started last year. It's not hard to be coachable if you're a provider. You see, I feel like dads and moms, we will log into our back office and look, you can access the community, view all my products, tech done for you services. If you want the company to set up your automated system for you, completely optional, but you can. And then look, I'm gonna scroll down. You know what you don't have to do for a dad who's serious about building his business? I didn't have to tell any of them to go through their digital products. I didn't have to tell any of all the people that I showed you who got started with me, who made over $10,000 in a month, I did not have to tell any of them, hey, log in your back office and go through your training. To me, I'm only finding that with dads. When you try to help somebody who doesn't have responsibilities, they're like get rich quick mindset, lottery ticket. You know, think about a scratch off. You don't need to learn any new skill to make money with a scratch off. You get the right scratch off and scratch it and it made money, you made money. A business is not a lottery ticket. And that's another thing that dads, we understand. You could fail 10 times today and succeed on your 11th try. A lottery ticket, you scratch it off and you lost, it's a lost card. Stop treating your business like a lottery ticket. So like here, these are just some of the lessons that I wanted to show you guys. In our program, you're gonna learn how to incorporate storytelling in your marketing. This is excellent if you wanna attract your tribe. Guess what? Someone who's not coachable, they're not gonna go through that material. They're gonna be like, James, I joined you, how do I make a sale? The people that I showed you, my personal referrals who have all made over $10,000, I did not have to tell a single one of them to come back here and go through their training. What side of the fence are you gonna be on if you're tired of getting played by people and you really wanna make money? Are you gonna still be non-coachable? You're gonna wait for another guru to slick talk you into some sort of secret, and then after you paid them, you realize the secret is you gotta do the work? Look, simple storytelling formula, crafting a compelling message to stand out, understanding the buyer's journey and how people make decisions online. I love that training. The 2-hour workday framework. Look at this. Here's another example of people not being coachable. Our program, we learn about FTC guidelines, like being compliant, understanding the do's and don'ts of reselling digital products, how to make income claims. This is also why when I talk about my personal referrals making money, I go and show you them, right? A big difference. I'm not gonna say any money that I can't back up and show you guys because I learned how to market ethically. So if I am gonna show a testimonial, I'm gonna back it up. Inside our community, look at how many people are crushing it. Imagine being able to work 2 hours a day and make more money than when you were working 8-hour shifts. It's happening. Look, I want to go into our classroom. We're 100% online based. So everything I'm showing you, you see it's online, only someone coachable. Now look at Wendy. Wendy Nolan, YouTube training, 2 hours long. The people who got started with me who make money, I would never have to tell them, hey guys, go check out Wendy's training. They're gonna go do it on their own. I'm not looking for somebody to be my daddy. My dad passed away a long time ago. I'm a dad and I have a daughter. I just want the right information. And the only father above me now is the creator. All I need is the right information so I could take action. Would you listen to her? Would you watch this 2-hour live, right? Would you watch this 2-hour training where Wendy is teaching you her YouTube strategies? Would you watch it? Yes or no? The people who would watch it, here's what you have a possibility of happening. Let me show you one of Wendy's testimonials. Recent, look, we just had someone make their first sale. Big congrats. Someone else just made their first $100 sale. Let's find Wendy. What happens if you listen to someone like Wendy? I showed you her YouTube training. Just 2 days ago, Wendy made $6,300 in 1 day, thanks to YouTube. Keep in mind, I just showed you her training. Look at all of these. Imagine if this was you at 8:31 in the morning, $900. At 10:26, $900. At 11:28, $900. At 1:07, $900. 4:03, $900. Look at that. 6:49, another $900. 7:23, $900. Imagine if that was you. You know what's the problem? Too many people skip the education and just want other people's results. My perfect customer does not skip the information. I'll show you one more of my testimonials, my personal referrals, and I'll show you a lady, all right? Because I keep showing you guys the men. I'll show you that I have a mom who got started with me. She made $2,700 in 1 day. So let me type in $2,700 day. I'll go to our Facebook message. Right, look, boom. So when I type that up, everyone who had a $2,700 day, they'll pop up. Now look, right here, I already showed you 4 dads who got started with me who made over $10,000. Let me just show you a mom. This was this year as well. What a great way to start the new month. Closed 3 Legacy Builder Program sales today. That's $2,700 in 1 day from one product that I didn't even have to create. There's Funky. She got started with me. So look, I gotta just show you guys. So if you think James is trying to play with you, I showed you my personal referrals making $10,000 in a month. Now let me show you Olu. Let me go to her. Right, my personal referrals. This is my flex. Look, here's she, a real person. See? She set up her profile for success. Right, Olu. Look, what I'll do, most people, when they show you their results, they can't show you their people. Look, I click on our messages. Bang. This is us chatting with each other, right? My perfect customer, you're going to be coachable. You're going to learn a high income skill, and you're really going to make money. I am not playing with a single soul. I want you to win. I want you to make more money than me. This was when she interviewed me. So I clicked in our message just so you could see that I'm a real person and that she's a real person. You see where she had a $2,700 day. That opportunity that you're looking at, are you gonna have a $2,700 day sharing it? Or maybe you're just trying to make $100 that day. There's an unknown future. So is $100 a day safe? Right? Look, this is because I chat with my people. I don't leave people hanging. She wanted to interview me. So I'm scrolling through all of this. So it also shows you, like, she bought from me. I didn't leave her hanging. Look what she said to me. Look what she said to me, guys. She wanted to interview me, right? But she said, that would be awesome, James, because I said I would do it, and I did. But look at her response to me. I would like to showcase and appreciate you for bringing me into digital marketing and how it has changed my life entirely. Because of what I learned, right? Because of what I learned, I have greater ideas to expand my business, brand myself, and I have earned over $92,000 in 1 year in digital marketing opportunities. So I owe you a lot. She got started with me. I showed you 4 dads who got started with me having a $10,000 month. Here's her right here, $2,700 day. And you can see where she told me she made $92,000 in 1 year because of me. And I don't take credit. I even have someone who made $1 million. I've made hundreds of thousands. You never hear me really talk about the people that I've been able to help. Look, even with her, I said, that's amazing. You deserve all your credit. I'm happy to have introduced you to a great community. If you're on the sidelines still, you just don't like me, right? If you're on the sidelines, you just don't like James, because you see for a fact now that whatever it is I'm sharing works. Make sure that whoever you work with will be there to answer your questions. Because a lot of times people guru shop and then they don't make money. And then when they need help, that guru does not help them. Look, not moving around like a nomad. I want to just show you this really quickly. Look, I'm going back in time, and I'm respecting the privacy, but you already see she made $92,000 with me. This is what I wanted to show you. Back to my perfect customer. I don't take credit for your success, guys. So look, you see, fast forward. This is my perfect customer. Y'all think people want your money. I want your success story. I want you to win. So look, this was her messaging me when I helped her make a $900 sale. Look, James, someone wants to upgrade from the 100 to the 900. Do I send her an invoice or how would she upgrade? So you see me helping. You're not a dollar sign to me. Make sure you work with somebody who cares about your success. This is not about laziness. You see, she's an action taker, but I helped her. Look, boom. Yes, she's done it. Thank you so much. That's me helping her. So she made 900. She made $100. Then she ended up making another 800, right? Look, I said, so happy for you. You remember when I said this was a blessing? Sky is the limit. The only reason this program is a blessing to her is because she's my perfect customer. Here's the proof she's my perfect customer. Look what she said. Looking for the Zoom link for tonight's legacy call. Oh my God. Do you know how happy I was? I was thinking, I know she's going to make money. Stop waiting for your sponsor or your guru to teach you what to do. This gives you the advantage of always being able to blame somebody else why you don't make money. Yo, my sponsor didn't help me. Yo, this program, they don't teach you. Yo, they're just saying buy a course to sell a course. No, they're not. You're not being honest with yourself. And nobody can help you then. You're the biggest reason you're failing. It's you. You're the reason you're failing. It's you. Because look, she said, James, I'm looking for tonight's legacy call. This means she didn't say, hey, James, you got to train me. She said, James, I just want to go to that call for the program. My perfect customer. Look, she messages me later on. You see, there's no message. She messaged me. How's it going, James? I'm so glad I took action. I'm at $8,300 this month already. This was last year. Here's her this year. Let me highlight it because, you know, people play games. I don't play no games. Can I highlight the July? Well, it's this year, so it's July, right? Look, 3 sales in one day, $2,700 day. I showed you 5 personal referrals of mine who were able to make over $10,000 in a month. You want to know something, guys? This is how not MLM it is. So far, my biggest day has only been $1,800 in one day. So my personal referrals have had bigger days than me. This is not MLM. Do you think I hate on them and get mad? Like, yo, man, what? I'm excited. I'll be thinking, wow, my people are having bigger days than me. At least they're winning. My team is winning. And there's no teams with this. This is not MLM. There's no teams, guys. You keep 100% of your profit on every sale you make. But this is what's possible. Look, this is one of my big days, my semi-big days. And if you wanted to get started with our program, you could get started today. If you take action with me, you can always reach out to me if you want guidance. I love seeing my people win, but this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. And if you're like looking for hand-holding to be a baby and you're not going to be coachable, this is not for you. This is for someone who's going to be coachable. But look, at $240, $900, I was already super grateful. $409, $300, a $1,200 day. Now, I want to bring this to an end, but I showed you guys how many of my personal referrals made money. Now, next time you see somebody parading their income and you see all of this money they made, and that's what's making you want to join them, ask them how many of their personal referrals made money. I showed you 4 people. I showed you Tony making $10,000 in a month while he was in vacation, my personal referral. I showed you Ron Williams, who got started with me. You saw it, 10K Club, my personal referral. 2 people right there. I showed you Antonio Cobbs, a pastor who got started with me, having a $900 day just the other day while he was with his family. Then I showed you Olu, a mother, had a $2,700 day, and you saw her thanking me that she made $92,000 in 1 year. I already showed you 4 of my personal referrals who were able to do big. And then me, I had to take action, right? You got to believe in yourself because you're human. You have to control your thoughts and your actions. So there's nothing that anybody can do to make you move. You always have the power to make yourself move. So back to what I was sharing, and I would flip the board, but then it's like backwards. I don't know how to flip the screen around. The 4th step is identify your perfect customer. I know for sure that I can help dads. I showed you an example. And moms. I can't help you if you're not coachable. Because that means if I go, hey, attend this training. Look, this is what this means. Nobody can help. In fact, I've experienced this before. I've experienced this before. The person did not buy from me, but they were complaining about the business. And here's what I knew right away. I was thinking, I cannot believe this person. Because here I am in our community. And look, we have a mentoring session happening with Amy in 3 days. Michelle just dropped the daily video. You are a content creator, ready to go from posting to paychecks. We get daily guidance. So I was confused when they said nobody was helping them. I was confused when they said they weren't getting any guidance, because even now, I got started in this program a year ago, and here we are even a year later, we still have mentoring sessions. So I was confused. And then every Tuesday, we have tech support where you can get live help with setting up your automated system. So when they said they didn't get no help with their system, I was confused because we've had live tech support since I remember when I got started a year ago. Look, today is the 23rd. Look, on the 26th, which is not even here yet, we have tech support. So when that person was complaining to me, I automatically understood they were not coachable. And all I was thinking is, man, dear God, thank you. I'm so thankful they did not buy from me. Thank you, God, please. I don't want nobody buying from me thinking I'm trying to scam them when we're on a mission to really help people have a